Hello everybody and welcome to another amazing video of DIY investing. Over the last couple weeks, I've made an extensive amount of profit around meme coins. Some of our prior signals are already up over 2x, and that's only taking place just inside of the last week. As Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETF is about to start trading this month, we're going to see price discovery like never before, billions of dollars worth of new trade volume entering the markets, and I got nothing but confidence that the meme coin sector as a whole is only going to continue to blow up from here. When we're looking at the top performing altcoins in the last 24 hours, almost all of them are meme coin driven. And so for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top meme coin that I think is going to be giving some insane upside potential, one that's at the very ground floor before all of the marketing starts. And I got nothing but confidence that we're going to see these things take off in an absolutely massive way. If you find any value in this video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see anything I'm doing with my portfolio long term, links are in the description. Go ahead and sign up on my website. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And with that being said, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, here we are to start off today's video, and I'm super hyped to be breaking this one down because already in the last week, meme coins have given me some of the biggest profit in my portfolio. If you guys followed along with my last update, you're already up extensively on some of those prior calls that I made. And one of the things I wanted to cover today is just exactly how much the meme coin sector is outperforming the rest of the crypto markets. So I'm over here sitting at CoinGecko, and if we come back down and look at all of the categories, this is going to show you all of the main categories in the market. If we look at what the biggest 24-hour risers are, frog themed, cat themed, Solana meme, base meme as a whole. All of the biggest ROI gainers in the 24-hour period are meme coins for the most part. Yeah, there's a couple in here that aren't, but a lot of these, even Floki, is actually causing the TokenFi launchpad to go up. So there are still meme coins inside of these other sectors, and we've seen an extensive amount of upside potential taking place in these. Some of the signals that I gave last week, one of them was Popcat. If you guys actually followed that signal, you're already up about 100%, doubled your money in a week. And then another one that we gave was actually Michi. We bought almost the exact bottom of this chart. It's up about 130% approximately, and I think that this thing is only going to continue to take off from here. One of the big reasons I was buying into these meme coins is because I knew that they were going to front run. As we're looking at Bitcoin getting right into that point of going into a new all-time high, we just finished this big ABC correction. The next leg up for Bitcoin is going to be in price discovery. Even if we get a pullback, we're going to be starting something like this. And it's always in that first big breakout, as Bitcoin's going to be running upwards of 100K, we're going to see many of those altcoins outperform. But the truth is, the majority of the speculative money in this cycle is consolidating inside of the meme coin sector. As much as anybody is going to hate on it, as much as people don't want that to be the case, we have seen an extensive amount of speculation just inside of meme coins. And I only expect that this number is going to continue to play out. When we look at all of the top performing altcoins in the 24-hour period, as we've seen Bitcoin making this big reversal, they're all meme coins for the most part. And so at this point, you're better off just accepting that you have to kind of jump onto the narratives that are going to outperform the most, and then just be positioned and be ready. I mean, had you have gotten positioned into any of these two altcoins, you would have already been up an extensive amount in profit. The reason why I was looking at this one and what I think is actually coming for Popcat from here, we can zoom out and we can see that this thing is following literally the exact same accumulation pattern as what WIF just did. And this is why I was telling you guys that we need to buy this. It's following the exact same structure before WIF went into this massive new all-time high. Popcat's looking like it's going to 10x at least from our entry. Michi is like a 5x just to the prior all-time highs, and it's probably going to do at least a 10 or a 20x once it starts going into a new all-time high. So now it comes time where what's going to be the next big altcoin? What's going to be the next big chain that we need to watch for? And for me, you really can't look any further than what Base Chain is doing. Down here, if we come over to DeFi Llama and we look at the TVL of Coinbase, the TVL of Base is getting ready to go into a brand new all-time high, and we can see that based off of this chart, it's just been massively outperforming every other layer too. The reason why Base Chain itself is going to be so much more powerful than any of the other blockchains this cycle is because Coinbase launched their new smart wallet, and because of that, they're going to be able to easily onboard their entire centralized exchange user base over onto their layer 2. This is the only layer 2 out there that has that type of user base all ready to go. All of the other ones are more or less waiting for the adoption to get here. They're waiting for Bitcoin to keep going up. They're waiting for the ETFs. Coinbase doesn't need to do that. They've already established themselves over the last 12 to 15 years. So now that they have all of those millions and millions of people in their user base, they have all of their application layers with their smart wallet, with their layer 2. Now comes the time where they bridge easily over and connect everybody to that chain. Meme coins are going to be the thing that blows up the most this cycle, and it's just because Coinbase doesn't have to worry about them being securities. You go to the meme coin website and it tells you this is just a meme coin. There is no value here. So nobody's even questioning whether it's a security or not. They're all commodities. They're all just meme coins. And Coinbase is going to want to capture that trade volume. If Coinbase doesn't have to worry about listing meme coins because they can prove, well, there's no value here. They tell you that there's no value. You shouldn't even buy it. Then at that point, they can safely list these new meme coins that are going to be blowing up, and they can earn off of all of those fees generated. And it's a win-win because not only does their user base get to speculate on new upcoming investments, but Coinbase gets to earn on all of those fees that are generated. So I think that it's an early precedent that if you're looking at what's going to be the best performing layer 2, look no further than Base. And if we're talking about what is going to be the meme coin to take off the most on Base, I'm over here looking at base dogs because I really think that these new altcoins that are at the pre-sale level are going to be the best opportunity. If I look at my biggest gains over each and every bull run, it's always consolidating inside of some of the ICOs or just in the pre-sale opportunities as a whole. Because in the last cycle, one of my biggest trades was actually getting into the scale ICO, and I put $1,800 and turned it into over $250,000. I'm not saying that that's going to be typical, but I have made at least 25 to 50x gains on pre-sales a number of different times to where, I mean, it's more obvious that I'm going to continue to consolidate money into those opportunities, considering when we're looking at some of these prior altcoins, at the pre-sale level, they pretty much follow this exact same pattern every single time, where they get added to exchanges, they make this listing pump, they kind of pull back, and then they start their real first cycle. And we can see that Michi did this. We can see that Popcat did this. If we go all the way back at the beginning, they all make this same pattern. The first pump, consolidate, and then the real cycle sets in. And so if you're wondering where is the best opportunity for upside potential, it's obviously going to be at that pre-sale level. And we can look over here at Michi. Had you have bought, not even the exact low, not even at that pre-sale level, and held to the top, that was like a 50 to a 60x type of move all in one go. Not to mention that this thing's about to be breaking out and going into another new all-time high. When we're looking at the TVL of Base as a whole, breaking out, going into price discovery, when we're talking about the Ethereum ETF now going live and trading sometime in the next few days, we're going to see so much more adoption taking place, in my opinion, on Base chain than anything else. And if you're wondering what the best altcoin to buy is, I'm personally invested into Base Dogs. It's very similar to the altcoin I covered a couple weeks ago. You're looking at an even higher APY on this one, so you can get in at the pre-sale. We're basically getting in here at the very beginning before our first cycle sets in, but then not only that, you're going to be able to compound at a 1500% APY before that thing even goes live. So to me, it pays to be in early to all of these, and because we're already seeing all of the top gainers in the 24-hour period, as Bitcoin hasn't even technically gone into a new all-time high yet, I only think that there's going to be more money consolidating into these opportunities. For example, we're looking at Popcat following the exact same chart pattern as what we just saw with Dog with Hat. So if this thing's going to do a 10x, you got to understand that everybody's also going to be rushing to buy the next meme coin. And I don't think you're going to get a better opportunity at getting in than where we're at right now in the pre-sale level. Keep in mind that the quicker you get in, the better, considering this APY is going to continue to drop from this point. You have 6 days to get in at this same price, so that's a pretty good gap. But understand, as more people buy, the APY is just going to continue to drop lower. One of the things that I think is the big value proposition here is they're launching on Base chain. However, they're going to be going multi-chain and adding support for Ethereum, Solana, Binance, and AVAX. So when you're talking about the biggest blockchains and what projects are going to see the most adoption, it's going to be the ones that go cross-chain. You can't only consolidate your bets on one chain this cycle because we never know how that chain is going to perform. There could be a major flaw in that. There could be people that manipulate the prices. And so having your liquidity pools on multiple chains guarantees that it doesn't matter which chain outperforms the other, because if you're on all of them at the same time, whichever one outperforms the most, you're also exposed there. Whichever one performs second, you're exposed there. And one might underperform the others, but it doesn't matter because you're going to make back whatever is lost in the LP from the chain that obviously outperforms. The fact that they are going first on Base, I really don't think that you're going to find a better opportunity because, like I said, Many of my biggest gainers have been just from getting in at the pre-sale level. When they first get added to exchanges and then they make that first pump, that's where the biggest gains are made. It's hard to speculate on meme coins after they've already had a first cycle because we don't know which ones are going to bottom. At the end of the day, I was speculating that this one could bottom down here, which is why I made that video. And now we're up in profit. And so, it was a speculative investment. I didn't know for sure if it was going to take off. But at least when we're getting in at the pre-sale level, we can guarantee that we're earlier than anybody else. And when we're looking at a 1,500% APY, I don't really think you can get any better than that. That's why I bought the last altcoin a couple weeks ago. It had a high APY, but that one was only 11 or 1,200%. This one's even 300% more than that. So I got a lot of confidence that when base as a whole breaks out, when Bitcoin goes into a new all-time high, because we've already seen meme coins getting the biggest upside potential, all of these newer meme coins that are at the pre-sale level are only going to see more adoption. We can come down here and they've already got their audit. Their marketing has already began. They're growing their socials. But the big thing is phase 3. DEX listings, coin market cap listing, CoinGecko, Bird Eye update, community rewards, centralized exchange listings, and all of that stuff. So we're at the very beginning. They haven't even got listed on all of these platforms, on all of these places. So that's when all of the hype sets in. We're basically right here at the very beginning, before all of that marketing starts. Once the real marketing starts, that's when the upside potential sets in. So I'm personally invested because I've been making a lot of money off of many of these different meme coins blowing up. PopCap being the biggest winner so far. But with these all looking like they're about to just absolutely skyrocket in value, with Bitcoin going into a fresh all-time high for the first time this cycle, this is where the biggest upside is going to be made. I've always stayed true to that thesis. So if you guys are looking for another good opportunity, look no further than Base Dogs. I'm going to link everything in the description so you guys can go ahead and check it out. Narratives drive the price, guys, and we've seen so far this cycle, it's been very much narrative driven. Over the last few months, ever since the ETF approval, it's mainly been meme coins. I don't think that's only going to be the case, but at the end of the day, I've already made a lot of money off some of these memes that I've bought in just the last couple weeks. So I've obviously going to be jumping into the pre-sale on this one, considering I don't think I'm going to get a better opportunity anywhere else. With that being said, guys, if you did find any value in this video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you want to actually watch anything I'm doing with my portfolio, where I'm buying, selling, trading over the cycle, links are in the description. Go ahead and sign up on my website. Thank you guys so much. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.